Hey, Libra, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your Q3 reading for July, August, and September. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Libra. I feel like July is a month where you are addressing some sort of pattern that has replayed out in your life. This could be within your thoughts, right? This could be old ways of thinking, old ways of doing things. This could be a relationship. It's just an energy of repetitiveness, but I feel like you're putting an end to it. We're going to clarify here, but I feel like there's endings bringing in new beginnings, and you're asked to step out of this never-ending loop or story. And I feel for the next 3 months, you're being guided to be present, be here now. And perhaps you've been lost in the past, right? You've leaked your energy into past situations. Those are illusions. They're no longer here in the now. This could also be thinking so far into the future where we lose sight of what's right in front of us. That could be part of, what you're working on is staying present, because being present, that is the gift. And we have some sort of truth unfolding here for you. Truth be told, card 14. In tarot, that's the temperance energy. Some of you may be dealing with a Sagittarius, or you have Sag in your chart. But this is about patience. It's almost as if it's taken you a lifetime, Libra, to master the art of patience. Mastery isn't about completion. It's about continuous efforts. And I feel for a lot of you, consistency here. It's about balancing up your own emotions and taking off the mask. Maybe the mask is people pleasing. Maybe it is creating that sense of harmony at all costs, right? Us Librans, I'm a Libra as well. We don't want to stir the pot. We'd much rather there be harmony and balance and equilibrium. And when it feels like the scales get tipped, right, it can really cause us to feel completely off track. Remember, Libra, there is no track, and that's important. And some of you may have suffered from perfectionism or holding your truth back in fear of judgment or in fear of criticism, but you're ready. You have the poised card. This is ready to take a leap of faith. It would not surprise me at all to see the Fool showing up in your reading. I'm getting new beginnings and endings. So I feel for a lot of you. I also see something with friendships, support groups, networking, family dynamics. But whatever you are getting ready to launch or step into this new Libran energy, right? It's very powerful. And I do feel for a lot of you, the next 3 months, you're going to discover a lot about yourself, but it requires you to stay present so you don't miss out on these beautiful opportunities that are coming in. And I say that because there's an egg here. And eggs represent new beginnings, and there's a doorway, there's a portal, but you must be present in order to activate this portal. I love this. So let's take a look at the next 3 months. Let's start with July. Some of you may be 37 years old, 34, or you're born on the 11th. 11 could be a number that you see often, or it's your number, maybe a phone number or on a license plate or in an address. It's a very spiritual master number, and it is about new beginnings. So in the month of July, we have never-ending story. What story is replaying out in your life that Spirit is guiding you to take a look at from a new viewpoint? It could be a pattern that you're ready to break. I'm seeing the Devil here as well, but let's take a look and clarify. Spirit, what is July all about here for Libra? All right. we have Ace of Wands. There's your new beginning. We have the Knight of Swords. There is your beautiful intellect, your thoughts, your beliefs. This is the power of the mind. And we have the Lovers, Gemini energy. You may find that in matters of partnerships, specifically love, however, this does not have to be romantic love. It can be, but remember, love can show up in many different types of partnerships. And I feel for some of you, there has been a repetitive pattern that's played out for you. Maybe between you and, a parent, you and a child. But this pattern was here or is here to inspire you, Libra, to be the best version of yourself. Now, of course, with the Ace of Wands, this could be a brand new beginning that's quite passionate, that feels like it's taken off quite quickly. Okay, or you are wanting to maybe run away from some sort of story that keeps replaying out, and you are running towards a new beginning. Because when you have this, and I feel like this is the order it's showing up in, is you're determined. You're determined to break a cycle. That's what I see here, Libra. You are determined in the month of July to go after what you want. And the Knight of Swords is your energy of moving towards what you believe is important. Okay, this is your belief. So whatever you believe in the month of July, that's what you're going towards. Do you believe in love, right? I'm getting the Cher song. Do you believe in love? But I feel like your heart is opening, your heart is expanding. And even if there was some sort of, or is some sort of separation in matters of the heart, it is leading you directly towards more inspiration. I'm getting more self-confidence here as well. If this is career, this is a new sense of purpose. It is reinventing yourself, but it requires you to break out of these patterns. And let's see how we can help you do that. They're saying bottom of the deck, which makes sense, being present. Being present means that you're aware of the patterns, right? Some people are not aware at all. They're completely oblivious of how their energy is impacting their outcome, their physical reality. And the second advice here is to be true to yourself, Libra. If there are people-pleasing tendencies, or if you're staying in a situation because you don't want to stir the pot, you don't want it to be uncomfortable for someone else, what about you, Libra? What about you? Are you comfortable? Or maybe this requires you to step out of your comfort zone in some way, shape, or form, because you have the past here, you have the future. Neither one are right here, right? There is something around timelines. And it's interesting because as I was pre-shuffling, I always shuffle the cards a million times before each and every reading to cleanse and clear the energies. But as I was shuffling, what they were showing me was literally a racetrack. So this is interesting that this is your first card out. And I heard the gun go off. You know, when you're running a marathon or you're getting ready to start in a race, you have the pop go off and you start going. It almost feels like you were ready for a new beginning and you heard that pop go off, but it was a fake pop, or it was, maybe it came from a cap gun in the crowds or in the stands and you started going, but that wasn't the real beginning, is what I'm getting. So there may have been a false start, Libra, or there may have been a divine intervention that moved you forward, but it was to kind of test you in a way. Are you really ready to move forward? It may not be that relationship, even though you may have started something new, but it was actually to get you in alignment with what's meant for you. And you can see that there's literally lines. You're staying in your lane here. And I feel even if you are going back to the starting line, you're ready for something real. That's what's at the bottom of the deck. You're poised. You've already proven that you're ready to go, right? You've showed up, you started going, even if it was a false start. And I feel like this is this is it. This is something that's really going to take off here. And you may be taking a look at what's worked for you, what hasn't worked, but you also have support this time around. It's like you have really big cheerleaders, right? You do. You have really big cheerleaders, and you have the resources. I'm getting strong magician energy for you as well. But let's clarify. The Gemini energy of lovers is all about soul contracts, balanced decisions around, emotional or heartfelt matters. This is trust, harmony, destiny, soulmate energy here. So a lot of you, there may have been a situation that you were not expecting. So for example, maybe new beginnings in the past may have been passionate, right? Or may have been very, very lusty with this Ace of Wands. And this time around, you're breaking out of a cycle, and maybe a new partnership isn't based on just lust, right? Or just passion. It's something deeper. It's something more spiritual, where that flame, for some of you, yes, this could be twin flame. For some of you, this is, that ace, that spark coming together here, and it's going to take off. It's going to take off is what I see. Let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Lover showing up here for Gemini? Why is the Lover showing, for Libra? Some of you are dealing with a Gemini, okay, or you have Gemini placements because you've been stuck in a repetitive pattern with the Hanged Man, okay? The Hanged Man energy here is about control, releasing control, not fighting. It reminds me of being in a straitjacket, right? Being in a straitjacket, you don't want to be in it. It's uncomfortable. You can't move your arms. And what do? You fight. Your instant, reaction, your instincts are to free yourself, right? It's uncomfortable. And you're constantly struggling, and you're using more energy trying to get out of it. And I feel for some of you, you're being asked to surrender, not fight, because it's causing more resistance. It's causing you to use more of that energy, but to just stay balanced the best that you can and think logically, but also make balanced decisions and see things from a new perspective. Because maybe what you're not seeing is there's a zipper over here on this side, or a portal, right? We'll call it a portal. Maybe it's Velcroed, and you can, there's another option here that you're not seeing because there may have been panic, or there may have been distractions due to fear, due to patterns of the past that are keeping you stuck. But what's actually happening is you're awakening. The Hanged Man always has that crown chakra lit up here. And so when this Hanged Man shows up, this is about you gaining a brand new perspective on your life or in a relationship. There's the Devil. You're freeing yourself from that straitjacket, basically. Whatever has held you back, whether it was insecurities, Libra, fear, toxic patterns, codependency, manipulation, addictions. You're breaking out of this cycle. And some of you may be saying, Melissa, I've already done that. But sometimes that devil is sneaky, Libra, and they come back, right? They come back in order to say, is your willpower, or do you have the willpower to continue to say no? Or, remember what I said earlier about consistency and mastery? Mastery isn't about, completing something and then you're done. Addiction, right? It's not about saying, I've stopped drinking, that's it. You can be tempted over and over and over. And true mastery is saying no each time that creeps in. And I see here that you're getting a strong grasp on a situation that may have eluded you in the past, or you may have struggled with. What else do we have? There's the Fool. Yes, there is the Fool. Coming in sooner rather than later here for you, which is beautiful. This is you taking a leap of faith. This is a brand new journey, right? It's embracing the unknown, taking a chance on yourself, on your, maybe a relationship even, taking a chance on what inspires you, Libra. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Six of Swords, you're moving towards calmer waters, but at the same time, these waters are full of excitement. They're full of, not just sharks, but dolphins and whales and, creatures below the surface as well as creatures above. You see the birds flying in the air. So it's the balance of life, right? It's the balance here. Oh, wow. Let's take a look at August. Excuse me, August energy. We have card 11. This is by the book. It showed up a little bit in reverse, so we're going to talk about the universal laws. The law of attraction, the law of cause and effect, the law of karma. Sometimes we are meant to lead, right? Think of dancing. Sometimes we have a lead and we kind of follow the lead. Sometimes we're meant to be the followers. And I feel like you've been both, Libra. That's the beauty of being a Libra. At least it is for me, is we've been on both sides, right? We're able to be humbled at times because we've been on both sides of the situation. We have found polarity in most things. And I feel like you are taking a look at what's worked for you in the past, what makes me feel good, what helps with my anxiety, what strengthens my intuition, what works in relationships, what works in my career, but what doesn't work. And that's where we see that never-ending story showing up, because there's something you are being guided to take a closer look at and approach it from an alternative perspective here, or a holistic perspective. This could even be health. We have now the Knight of Wands. Wow. So we go from the Knight of Swords, using your mind, your intellect. This is what you're born for here, Libra, is that brilliance, that genius, that, that thought, the power of the intellect here. But we also have your Venusian energy, Venus with the Lovers. So in the month of August, we have the King of Cups. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Hermit. Ooh, and right behind it, we have the Eight of Wands. This is about your confidence returning after a time of maybe feeling a little bit isolated, or gaining the necessary healing or wisdom through solitude that only that solitude can provide. Also, for those of you that were in a situation where you did feel lonely, or you felt like you were watching the world pass you by in some way, shape, or form, and you may have felt like you didn't have a tribe or support, that is something that's shifting here. And I see that shifting by September, by Libran season. Now, you're starting off with the Dream Weaver. This is the King of Cups. Male or female, it doesn't matter. It could be what you're attracting. Someone who's very compassionate. Look at all the animals that are resting upon his energy. You have the sheep, which represents gentleness and innocence. You also have the black cat here, so there is a sense of independence. You have the child. This person could be a father or a caregiver, a nurturer. You also have the parrot. So it's important to be mindful of your self-talk. Are you talking to yourself as though you're talking to a best friend or someone that you love, someone that you care about deeply? And you also see the King of Cups looking at the frog. The frog represents the leap of faith, right? You're looking at something eye to eye here. And you see that, the frog's coming out of the cup. Like, are you ready? Are you ready? But there's a softness, a gentleness around your energy that maybe you haven't felt for some time. And I feel like you're taking a look at things, and whatever your intention is, because you're manifesting, Libra, from a place of love, right? Not a place of fear. You're actually going to hit your target, is what I see. And it's quick. You have this Eight of Wands. This is self-confidence. This is speed, velocity. It could be travel. There could be relocation involved. This could be movement, messages, or communication between you and another. It's like as soon as you set some sort of intention, because you have had your time to clear your head or to create sacred space within yourself, you've had time to really go within and reflect. You're getting ready here and you're manifesting quickly. So I'm loving this. Let's clarify. Spirit, why is the King of Cups here? Why is the King of Cups showing up for Libra? Queen of Cups, you guys, you can't make this up. Someone's calling in a divine partnership. Definitely a soulmate or twin flame with the Lovers. We have the King and Queen. This is a powerful couple who can really withstand the test of time. This is a couple who's able to communicate effectively, who's able to express their emotions in a healthy way. This is a very mature relationship. These two could have children together, or they could be taking a leap of faith together. There's some sort of intention that is taking off beautifully for these two. They're wise, of course. They're not going to let their emotions get the best of them. They're not going to rush in a way that seems, well, I mean, it could with the Fool. Other people may feel like it's, or it seems a little bit quick or foolish, but I also feel like when you know, but I also see these two taking time because we do have the by the book. So it's like you want to do things right and you don't want to mess things up, even though we have action being taken here. We see a lot of communication, a lot of fiery energy, a lot of passion. This is something you've been wanting for quite some time is what I see here. Spirit, why is the Hermit here? Yeah, because you've grown, you've wised up. Some of you are stuck in a little bit of a rut. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you were stuck in some sort of redundancy, repetitiveness, or you may have been too cautious with your heart. And that's why we see the King and the Queen of Cups coming together, because it's an opening to becoming one. And we see that with this flame. The two candles here are lit and it's one flame. I'm not a twin flame reader, you guys, but if I was to do twin flame readings, this would be it. This is huge. Now, of course, it doesn't have to be love. If this is career, this is a partnership that's based on respect and it's finally starting to move forward. It's based on both of you having a common goal to help humanity, to help be of service to others, and to take the necessary leaps forward, but do it in a trustworthy, honest, respectable, humbled way. And I feel like you will succeed. Spirit, what's the final message here for August? You're getting out of Hanged Man mode. You're moving forward. There it is again. So the Hanged Man is in reverse. Yeah, no more pause or delay. No more repetitiveness of wondering where this is going or what's going to come of this. You're moving forward, like we said, with that Six of Swords. You're coming towards more stability. And I feel like this is emotional stability as well. And it's spiritual alignment. So your emotions are feeding off of, your intuition. So there's a sense of happiness here. There is a sense of, peace and inspiration and fulfillment because you deserve it. You've gone through a lot of the lower, I don't want to say lower vibrational frequencies, but, shame and resentment and rejection and all of the emotions that we can have as humans. I feel like you've gone through it, but you deserve some sort of happiness. And that's what I see here. Now, Libra, September, you have a leg up. This is help. This is support. This is, other people offering you resources of some way, shape, or form, or this could be you helping others out. You could be the inspiration. This could be in your career. Some of you are healers, you're nurturers. Oh, wow. You can't make that up. You have the 10 of Pentacles. This is the card of privilege. This is marriage. This is commitments. You've committed yourself to a path. I mean, some of you, there could literally be marriage coming in here for you in the month of September, or something you are committing to, and this is long term. Okay, definitely long term. For those of you that are already married, this could be a home, this could be retirement. This is creating a legacy to leave behind for your children, for the lives that you've touched in your career. The Ten of Pentacles is most people's dream here on earth. It is an earthly card. It's a pentacle. It's something tangible that you can touch, that you can see, that's long standing. This is long-term goals. It could even be an inheritance here, some sort of financial security, financial wealth. You're seeing support coming in here for you in a big way. What else do we have for September, please? Libra, 8 of Cups. It required you to do, I'm just going to say what I'm getting here, the impossible. So it means that something that you thought was impossible to do or leave behind. Remember the word itself, impossible. What does it spell? I'm possible. And I feel like you've separated yourself from something that, it did cause you to feel abandoned, or this could also be breaking patterns of rejection, abandonment, or separation in order to get towards this privilege energy, this 10 of Pentacles. Some of you, this is breaking out of family ties, okay? This never-ending story could be something generational. What else do we have for Libra? And we have the 9 of Cups. There's the wish. You have the 8 and you have the 9. So that's exactly what it is. A lot of you turn back around because as soon as you were about to step into the 9, which it's, you're not quite sure what's going to come ahead. You're hoping that the grass is greenest over here. I say the grass is greenest where you water it. But some of you, you were watering a dead lawn. You were watering a situation where no matter what, there was concrete there. There wasn't dirt in order to grow something. But you kept watering it, hoping that out of the concrete sidewalk that maybe one flower would sprout, something would grow. And you kept going back to that in hopes that maybe at some point there would be a garden that came up, and you kept turning back around here. But you finally fully disconnected from an energy, a person, a job, a pattern, whatever it may be, right? It was emotionally tethered to your heart. And you finally moved forward and you allowed yourself to taste that sweet success of what could be. But it required you to do the impossible, or, I'm possible. It required you to maybe get out of that mindset of, I can't do this, right? And tell yourself, I can do this. I'm possible. I can indulge a little bit. I can have my cherry. And I feel like because you let go of this, you have the 10 of Pentacles. Let's clarify. Spirit, tell me about that 10 of Pence, please. Woo, that came in hot. Oh, I love that. Hello, clarity. 8 of Swords, 2 of Swords in reverse. You are releasing that old story. No more sabotage. No more ignoring a decision. No more lying to oneself. That's why we have that truth be told. Some of you, it was a lie that you told yourself because maybe you wanted it so bad because your emotions were so tied up to something. You're freeing yourself, Libra. And what's at the bottom of the deck? The Knight of Cups. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Knight of Cups. And I think we've seen the Knight of Pentacles, didn't we? Yeah. We've seen that Knight of Coins, slow and steady. So you have all of the action here. You have everything you need. Remember what I said earlier about being on both sides, discovering it all? Well, here it is. But maybe this part of your story is the good part, the sweet part. This guy's carrying some roses. Knight of Cups is a new emotional situation, the beginning of a relationship, the beginning of a friendship. This can be the beginning of, really committing to self-love, to committing to yourself. This can also be moving towards a fulfilling, emotionally fulfilling career. I mean, Knight of Cups is something you're working on. There could be a love offer coming in here. And instead of telling yourself the old story, Eight of Swords, you're freeing yourself from it. There may have been some sort of legal requirements as well, legalities. Okay, some of you, this may even have to do with children. Children could be involved, or some of you have children that are leaving the nest, is what I'm picking up on here, Libra. Yeah, because there was confusion. There's confusion, and you have help coming in. Now, this help, I mean, whether it's you being the helper, which I feel like you are, you're a helper, you're a healer, you bring inspiration to the lives of others, whether you are, a makeup artist, whether you are a Reiki practitioner, whether you work in, the legal field, whatever it is that you do, I feel like you do help shape the destiny of the collective, right? By leaving the world a better place than before you entered it, right? You make a difference, Libra, and it's very important for you to give yourself, that love and that nurturing that you so readily give out to others. And I feel like the second you do, boom, there's this divine counterpart or this connection that unfolds before you. And it's almost as if this energy has said, oh, finally, Libra, we've been waiting a lifetime for you. And here it is. You may even be taking an unconventional approach, right? Even though you want to do things right, maybe this relationship, it could be non-traditional. Maybe it's a same-sex relationship. It could be, doing things out of order, we'll call it, out of what society says is, the right order for things. I mean, this could be having a child in your 50s. This could be getting married, 5 times, whatever it is for you. Don't let societal standards dictate what you should do in your life. Yeah, that's what I see here for you. If you want to be single, right? If you want to, which, I mean, I feel like you're not going to be with this divine counterpart energy. And if you are single, you're attracting, but some of you are coming out of a situation and it may require you, maybe to be single for a bit, but I don't feel like you will be for long. But I feel like you're being asked to take a look at any flags, right? Because I also see on the Buy the Book card in August, you see the flags, but it feels like these are green flags. It's like you have the green light to move forward here and, excuse me, to create or take a new path or a new direction, to open up to love and to communicate your needs. And I feel like your needs will be met. All right, Libra, let's get a message here from your guides, your higher self. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Libra. Wow, I feel like the last 3 signs, so Virgo, Leo, maybe Cancer, received the same exact card. And you've seen me shuffle, and I also shuffle beforehand, but the same energy coming out. So this makes sense too, because we're literally going to be in Leo, Virgo, Libran season as well. So this is a perfect time to dream a new dream. It says you are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. For a lot of you, there is something here around aging, ageism, or accepting that there are things that are different, right, as you age, within the body, within the mind. This is also about gracefully aging. There's a really wonderful book by one of my absolute favorites, Christiane Northrup. She writes a lot of great books. She's a holistic healer, nurse, OBGYN, I believe, at one point. And she has a book, many of them, Goddesses Never Age. And for those of you that do struggle with aging or acceptance of the body or growing older, you may want to look into the works of Christiane Northrup. I'm also getting, for those of you, if there are insecurities or issues around family ties, generational, mother-daughter, she has another great book, Mother-Daughter Wisdom, I believe it's called. Now, no affiliation to Christian Northrup. It's just a personal reference here, but you're never too old. So you're never too old to fall in love again at 50. You're never too old to go back and get a degree at, 60. Whatever it is that you want to do, whatever inspires you, Libra, whatever brings your heart happiness, go for it. And it's being activated here more so in July than maybe it ever has. Okay? And the next 3 months are about you dreaming this new dream. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Ooh, I got goosebumps on that one. And if you have a hard time recognizing that and how you've helped others, because you don't always see how you make someone feel, I want you to go back to a time when someone made you feel a certain way. Try to have it be the good, right? But it's important to remember how you make them feel. That's a quote by Maya Angelou. And then lastly here, Rumi, don't you know yet? Don't you know yet, Libra? It is your light that lights the world. That's exactly what we said earlier, right? You are leaving the world a better place than when you came. Don't you know yet? Thank you, Rumi. Libra knows now. It is your light that lights the world. And we see a lot of light here in your energy. That's what I have for you, Libra. If you like the reading, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. Lots of love.